Hi, I'm Mike Greiner. I'm a bankruptcy attorney with the Financial Law Group located here in Warren, Michigan. And I'm here today to give you my update, my thoughts on the Detroit bankruptcy and what's going on with it. Basically what has happened so far is at this point, the receiver for the city, his name's Kevin Orr, has filed a plan that presents different options as to how the city's going to deal with its debts. That plan is really just an initial draft. I think that you're going to see a lot of negotiation start from there. It's a starting point where the city's going to say these are our proposals and this is the direction we want to go, and you're going to see a lot of changes go as they try to negotiate something that's able to get the support of the majority of the parties who are interested in the case. One party who's decidedly not supportive of it, so far at least, are of course the unions and the employees. There is an appeal pending that they were able to get down to the Sixth Circuit down in Cincinnati to try to deal with the eligibility issue. I'm going to predict, and I think I'm on fairly safe ground to predict this, that appeal is going nowhere. The bankruptcy judge's opinion on that issue is thorough, it's exhaustive, and essentially what the crux of the issue is was the city insolvent at the time that it filed bankruptcy? Essentially, was it unable to pay its bills as they came due, and did it have more debts than it had assets? And I think that it's very easy to see that the city was clearly insolvent, and the city was clearly in financial trouble, and certainly this filing was warranted. So that's really the question that's being appealed down to the Sixth Circuit down in Cincinnati, and I think that it's pretty clear that the Sixth Circuit is probably going to sustain the ruling of the bankruptcy judge here in Detroit. Now, the bigger issue, though, is going to be the dealing with the pensions. There has been much made of a provision in the Michigan Constitution that says, supposedly, that there's a guarantee for the pensions of public employees in the Constitution. Now, I've actually reviewed that provision in the state constitution, and that's not what it says. What it says is that this is essentially a high priority item, that it's something that should be treated with respect by the cities, but it is not any kind of implicit guarantee by the state that if for some reason a city is not able to meet its obligations, or a municipality is not able to meet its obligations under its pensions, that the state will step in and pay those obligations. So I think that it's going to be interesting to see how that proceeds. I think it's fair to say that at some point that's going to be litigated. If it's not going to be litigated in the bankruptcy, it might actually even be litigated outside of the bankruptcy, where once the city employees have taken their haircut, whatever it is with respect to their pensions, because obviously they're going to take a haircut, the question's going to be, will the state step in and make up the difference? To me, that'll be the key question. It'll be interesting to see then that there will probably be litigation filed against the state to try to enforce that, if there's not some kind of agreement reached ahead of time, or if there's not some kind of order from the bankruptcy court requiring that. It'll be interesting to see how the courts interpret that provision. My expectation is it will be interpreted as not an implicit guarantee, that there's no guarantee on the part of the state, and the state doesn't have to make up the difference. However, there could be some type of understanding that that's what's implied by the provision, and therefore it would be enforced against the state. It'll be interesting to see how that all works out. But I think that we're going to see a lot of litigation around that issue going forward, and that's going to be more the interesting litigation as opposed to this appeal down in the Sixth Circuit as to the city's eligibility. I'll keep you folks up to date on what's going on with the Detroit bankruptcy as we move forward. If you want to talk about bankruptcy or any other issues that are going on in the legal field in this area right now, please feel free to give us a call. Our phone number is 586-693-2000, and our website is financiallawgroup.com.